Elon Musk was stunned when the test operation stopped midway because something didn't add up. Imagine this. Top secret missions suddenly frozen, alerts flashing everywhere, key systems paused, and the biggest 7 states placed on high alert. Engineers, analysts, and decision-makers walked away from classified work with one question echoing through every room. Who knew our plans before we executed them? Who understood the aircraft, the strategy, the timing, and dared to challenge a powerful state without hesitation? One keyword shut down a deep mission instantly. And fear spread, not because of chaos, but because of precision. This isn't about luck or fantasy. It's about preparation, intelligence, and the power of thinking ahead of your time. Some people don't wait for the future. They build their mindset so strong that the future feels familiar. If this kind of thinking excites you, pause for 1 second, hit the like button, subscribe as we push toward 5,000 subscribers, and comment Mr. Ledger to show you're locked in. Stay with this video until the end, because understanding how big thinkers operate under pressure might be the motivation that changes how you see your own potential. The room was built for precision. Screens covered every wall, data flowed in perfect rhythm, and no one expected hesitation. Elon Musk had seen failures before, rockets exploding, timelines collapsing. But this was different. This time, the systems were running perfectly, yet something felt deeply wrong. The kind of wrong that doesn't come from broken code, but from unexpected awareness. In a world where preparation controls outcomes, uncertainty walked in without permission. Every engineer froze when Elon raised his hand. The test wasn't malfunctioning. The machines weren't failing. The numbers were correct. And that's exactly what terrified everyone, because when everything works, yet the leader stops it anyway, it means one thing. Someone has seen further than the system itself. That moment wasn't about fear. It was about respect for the unknown. This is where motivation is born. When someone stops everything, not because they are weak, but because they are alert. Because real strength isn't blind confidence. It's the courage to pause when intuition says, something here doesn't add up. That pause separates ordinary minds from those who shape the future. Tests are aborted for reasons written in manuals. Technical failure, safety risks, unexpected errors. But this test was aborted for none of those. It was stopped because someone realized the outcome before it happened. That realization didn't come from prediction software or simulations. It came from awareness beyond the system's design. Midway through execution, the team understood that continuing would mean stepping into a future already exposed. And when the future becomes visible too early, power loses its advantage. The test wasn't stopped because it would fail, but because it would succeed in the wrong hands. Motivation lives here, knowing when to stop, even when everyone expects you to continue. Success isn't about speed, it's about timing. Sometimes the bravest move is not pushing forward, but stepping back to rethink everything you believe is under control. Billions are spent creating systems that anticipate behavior. Algorithms track patterns, models simulate reactions, and data predicts outcomes. Yet all of it failed to account for one variable, a mind that didn't move in patterns. One individual who wasn't reacting, but acting independently. This wasn't rebellion. It wasn't chaos. It was clarity without permission. And that's what systems fear most, because systems are built to manage trends, not individuals who think beyond frameworks. Let this motivate you. The world is designed to predict you. Your job is to remain unreadable, not by hiding, but by thinking deeper, moving smarter, and refusing to operate only within expectations. When systems can't define you, you become powerful. Alerts didn't signal danger, they signaled awareness. States didn't go on alert because something exploded, but because something clicked. Every alert meant the same thing. We may have underestimated someone. This wasn't panic. It was recalibration. Governments, agencies, and decision-makers don't fear noise. They fear silence that arrives before answers. They fear clarity they didn't authorize. Motivation comes from this truth. When your actions force powerful systems to pause and reassess, you're already ahead. Not because you're loud, but because you're precise. One question echoed across every room. Who knew this would happen? That single question halted progress more effectively than any technical failure ever could. Because if someone knew, then someone was thinking further than everyone else. Missions rely on assumptions. Plans rely on secrecy. But when knowledge leaks without data trails, authority weakens. The question wasn't accusatory, it was existential. Your motivation: become the person whose understanding arrives before instructions, the person who doesn't wait for clearance to think critically, the one whose insight stops mistakes before they begin. The most dangerous knowledge isn't classified, it's foresight. Someone understood the result before the plan even launched. That's not luck. That's preparation, layered with observation and experience. This kind of awareness doesn't come from guessing. It comes from studying patterns deeply enough to know when they'll break. And when they do, those who see it early control the narrative. Motivate yourself to learn beyond requirements, to think beyond roles. Because when you understand outcomes before they unfold, you don't chase opportunities, you create them. Most people live on deadlines. Visionaries live ahead of them. This situation proved that someone wasn't just ahead. They were operating in a different time altogether. When you move ahead of the timeline, people won't understand you. They'll doubt you. They'll question your methods. Until one day, they pause everything to catch up. Let this drive you. Don't rush to be understood. Focus on being prepared. Time always reveals who was early and who was late. Noise can be measured. Silence cannot. And silence, in this case, meant someone knew too much and said nothing. That silence forced systems to stop guessing and start worrying. Silence here wasn't absence, it was control. It showed discipline, restraint, and confidence. The kind that doesn't need validation. Motivation lesson. You don't need to announce your moves. Work quietly. Let results speak so loudly that systems have no choice but to listen. One word, just one, was enough to shut everything down. Not because it was threatening, but because it revealed understanding. It proved that someone was inside the logic, not outside it. Deep missions depend on obscurity. When obscurity disappears, authority loses leverage. Be motivated by this. Knowledge is power only when applied at the right moment. Timing turns information into influence. No permission was asked, none was needed. Preparation had already done the work. That's why everything stopped, because someone had prepared so thoroughly that permission became irrelevant. Those who wait for approval stay behind those who prepare in silence. Let this fuel you. Stop waiting, start preparing. When opportunity arrives, preparation will speak for you. There was no attack, no challenge issued, yet power felt threatened because true challenge doesn't announce itself. It exposes weaknesses quietly. This wasn't defiance, it was competence. Motivation here is simple. You don't need conflict to rise. Excellence alone disrupts hierarchies. Systems love predictability. They fear originality. An unreadable mind can't be managed, categorized, or contained. That fear isn't personal. It's structural, because systems collapse when individuals stop following expected paths. Be motivated to think independently, not to rebel, but to lead yourself. Presence doesn't mean visibility. Someone was present in the system without being traceable. That's mastery. Predictability makes you manageable. Unpredictability makes you valuable. Your motivation. Sharpen your skills so deeply that your impact is felt even when your presence isn't obvious. States don't react to people. They react to shifts in control. The alert wasn't about threat. It was about uncertainty. Uncertainty means someone else might be holding insight they don't control. Motivate yourself to become that person, the one whose understanding forces others to rethink their position. At the end of it all, one question remained, not asked with anger, but with respect. Who are you? Because when your thinking disrupts systems, when your preparation outpaces authority, your identity becomes irrelevant. Only your impact matters. Let this be your motivation. Don't chase recognition. Chase mastery. One day, the world will pause and ask the same question about you. True strength is measured not by how much you can endure, but by how skillfully you navigate limits. Some see boundaries as walls. The courageous see them as challenges waiting to be redefined. When you face limitations, your response determines your trajectory. Pushing beyond boundaries isn't reckless. It's strategic. Every constraint you encounter is an opportunity to innovate, adapt, and rise above the ordinary. It's not about defying rules blindly. It's about mastering them while shaping your own path. Motivation thrives in these moments. The more you confront boundaries thoughtfully, the more you discover your capacity for resilience. Every small victory against limits fuels the courage to tackle larger challenges. Pressure isn't the enemy. Indecision is. The higher the stakes, the more clarity your mind demands. Those who succeed under pressure aren't superhuman. They've trained themselves to act decisively when every second counts. Pressure tests values, skills, and courage. It strips distractions away, exposing what really matters. The moment you embrace that pressure, instead of fearing it, you unlock your ability to turn chaos into opportunity. Let this motivate you. Decisions define outcomes, not intentions. The person who acts with calm focus under pressure shapes the future, while others hesitate. Most people are stopped by obstacles. Few see them as gateways. Obstacles are opportunities disguised as difficulty, testing your creativity, persistence, and courage. Your mindset transforms the impossible into actionable steps. Every obstacle has hidden lessons, failures, risks, and setbacks that build your strength. The ones who succeed are those who embrace obstacles, analyze them, and pivot faster than anyone else expects. Your motivation. Learn to recognize opportunity where others see only challenges. Your vision determines your direction, and your courage determines how far you go. Life doesn't wait for readiness. It tests your adaptability. When circumstances spiral, your ability to control what you can determines your survival and growth. Control isn't dominance, it's focus, prioritization, and strategic action. Those who thrive in chaos don't ignore the storm, they act precisely within it. Every small decision, every deliberate move creates leverage even when systems seem unstoppable. Motivation. Here, don't wait for calm to take action. Take control of what's within your reach, and momentum will follow, transforming chaos into progress. The loudest voices rarely lead. True leaders operate with strategy and foresight, observing, planning, and executing without unnecessary drama. Competing isn't always about visibility. It's about efficiency, accuracy, and timing. When you focus on outthinking rather than outshouting, you create an advantage that lasts. Noise distracts, strategy conquers. Those who understand this rise above temporary attention and secure long-term influence. Motivation. Let your actions make the noise. Outsmart the competition through preparation, knowledge, and execution, not just visibility. Mistakes are inevitable, but failure is optional. The difference lies in how quickly you adapt and learn. In high-stakes environments, slow adaptation is dangerous. The ones who succeed are those who treat mistakes as immediate lessons. Every error is data waiting to be processed. The moment you pivot effectively, you turn risk into advantage. The key is speed and precision in learning, No hesitation, no excuses. Motivation. Be a rapid learner. The faster you convert errors into insights, the faster you transform obstacles into stepping stones for success. Fear is a signal, not a stop sign. It highlights stakes, exposes risk, and demands attention. The motivated transform fear into laser-focused energy, using it to sharpen decisions and increase performance. When fear is acknowledged and analyzed, it becomes a tool instead of a threat. It signals where preparation is lacking and where action is most crucial. Embrace it, and it fuels courage rather than hesitation. Motivation. Channel fear into focus. Use it to direct your energy with clarity, intensity, and purpose. The stronger the fear, the greater the potential for triumph. While hesitation is the comfort of the unprepared, decisive action is the hallmark of leaders. Timing is often more important than talent. Acting decisively can change the trajectory of challenges, turning opportunity into achievement. Those who hesitate miss moments that are fleeting. Those who move intentionally, calculated, informed, fearless, create momentum that's impossible to stop. Your motivation. Don't wait for permission, clarity, or certainty. Move where others pause, and your impact will multiply while others are still deciding. Information is useless without execution. Understanding systems, strategies, or outcomes is only half the battle. Turning knowledge into immediate, purposeful action is what separates achievers from dreamers. Action validates knowledge. Without it, knowledge becomes wasted potential. The motivated convert every insight into measurable progress, refining their approach with every step. Motivation. Learn quickly, think strategically, act decisively. Knowledge alone doesn't change the game. Execution does. Pressure multiplies when expectations rise. Leaders, teams, and even nations can feel the weight of anticipation. The motivated remain steady. Calmness under expectation demonstrates clarity of thought, mastery of skill, and resilience of character. Panic multiplies mistakes. Calmness magnifies influence. The ability to maintain composure allows better decisions, better results, and greater impact. Motivation. When everyone expects you to falter, stay calm and show them how high performance thrives under pressure. The world rewards those who lead change, not those who react to it. Predicting trends is not enough. Acting before trends emerge is where influence and opportunity converge. Being ahead requires observation, understanding, and courage to implement ideas before they're popular. Followers replicate. Leaders innovate. Motivation. Invest in vision and preparation. Anticipate, plan, and act. The world catches up to those who move first. True power isn't given. It's earned. Influence grows when actions inspire, solutions solve problems, and presence commands respect without needing titles or positions. When people listen, follow, and respect your vision voluntarily, authority becomes irrelevant. Influence is built on competence, consistency, and clarity, not rank or recognition. Motivation. Become the person others naturally rely on. Lead through skill, insight, and decisiveness, not just position. Even the best strategy fails if executed at the wrong time. Timing is often more important than ability. Knowing when to act, pause, or pivot separates the competent from the exceptional. Those who master timing anticipate reactions, calculate risks, and strike when impact will be maximum. Their moves feel effortless because preparation meets opportunity precisely. Motivation. Plan meticulously, observe carefully, and act decisively. Timing amplifies every skill and multiplies every achievement. Impossible is a word for those who stop at obstacles. For motivated minds, impossible is a challenge waiting to be solved. The difference is preparation, resilience, and relentless focus. When someone masters complexity, overcomes resistance, and executes with precision, even the most difficult outcomes appear inevitable to onlookers. This inspires respect, trust, and momentum. Motivation. Aim for mastery. Transform challenges into achievements that seem effortless, and your influence will grow beyond expectation. At the end of every journey, the question isn't what you planned, it's what you accomplished. Legacy is built by consistent, impactful action, not idle intention. Every decision, every risk taken, and every challenge overcome compounds into lasting influence. Motivation. Focus on measurable impact, not temporary recognition. Build systems, solve problems, inspire performance, and leave a record of decisive action that endures. Leadership isn't about titles, it's about action when others are uncertain. The moment everyone's eyes turn to you is the moment true character is revealed. It's the pressure, the scrutiny, the expectation, all colliding, and your choice defines the outcome. Leaders act decisively, balancing confidence with humility, strategy with intuition. They move forward when hesitation dominates, creating momentum that inspires those around them to step up as well. Motivation. Embrace responsibility. The weight of expectation isn't a burden. It's an opportunity to shape outcomes, guide teams, and leave an imprint of excellence that others follow. Chaos tests not just your skills, but your mindset. In turbulent environments, only precision, calculated, deliberate, and flawless, can turn unpredictability into advantage. Small errors in chaos have large consequences, but mastery ensures every move counts. Precision requires focus, preparation, and adaptability. It's about controlling variables you can control and neutralizing those you can't. This transforms disorder into opportunity, uncertainty into action. Motivation. In the midst of confusion, act deliberately. Your ability to maintain precision under pressure sets you apart from the majority who falter. The world sets expectations, often underestimating potential. Rising faster isn't about defiance. It's about commitment to growth and relentless effort beyond what anyone predicts. Every extra hour, every refined skill, every moment of focus compounds into exponential progress. Expectations are benchmarks, not limits. Outperform them consistently, and people stop questioning. They start following, learning, and aspiring. Success becomes inevitable when preparation exceeds expectation. Motivation. Let your results surprise, not just yourself, but the world. Let your growth be faster than doubt, your progress faster than expectation. True strength lies in choosing battles wisely. Not every conflict requires your energy. Victory comes not from endless struggle, but from strategic engagement, focusing on what matters most and maximizing impact. The best leaders conserve effort while multiplying results. They identify leverage points, anticipate reactions, and strike when success is most achievable. Fighting every battle dilutes energy. Focusing on critical wins creates momentum and authority. Motivation. Prioritize wisely. Conserve your energy for battles that shape your future and let every move count. Pressure can crush or elevate. It depends on mindset. The most impactful individuals don't run from it. They use it to sharpen focus, clarity, and resilience. High stakes reveal hidden capabilities and test endurance. When you embrace pressure, you harness energy that others waste on panic. Each calculated decision strengthens resolve, amplifies performance, and sets the stage for achievements that would otherwise seem impossible. Motivation. See pressure as fuel. The more intense the environment, the greater the opportunity to grow, lead, and conquer. Vision is more than foresight. It's understanding the entire path, anticipating challenges, and plotting a course that turns uncertainty into certainty. Seeing the end before the beginning allows decisions to align with the ultimate goal. Those who succeed consistently don't wait for clarity. They create it. They anticipate outcomes, evaluate risks, and adjust strategy in real time. Preparation becomes their competitive edge. Motivation. Envision success clearly, then reverse engineer every action to align with that vision. The future rewards the planners who act today. Opportunities are fleeting. Hesitation allows them to slip away, leaving only regret. Acting decisively, even amidst uncertainty, separates those who lead from those who follow. Action requires courage, informed judgment, and a willingness to take responsibility for outcomes. Hesitation costs momentum, energy, and trust. The decisive move, however, creates ripple effects that amplify success far beyond immediate results. Motivation. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Move boldly, and the path will appear beneath your feet. Setbacks are inevitable, but they don't define you. What defines you is your response. Every obstacle, failure, or challenge contains the seed for a stronger comeback, if you analyze, adapt, and act. Comebacks require resilience, strategy, and relentless effort. Each recovery builds experience, credibility, and confidence. The higher the setback, the more impressive the comeback, and the more it inspires others. Motivation. Embrace setbacks as opportunities. Let every challenge become fuel for your next achievement. Comfort zones breed stagnation. Growth emerges when you challenge limits, embrace discomfort, and stretch capabilities. The unfamiliar tests skills, endurance, and creativity, forcing you to discover potential you didn't know existed. Stepping into discomfort isn't reckless, it's deliberate. It builds resilience, sharpens adaptability, and positions you ahead of peers who remain within safe boundaries. Motivation. Push beyond comfort. True progress lies just beyond the edges of familiarity. Impossible is a perception, not a fact. Those who consistently achieve what others deem unachievable rely on preparation, persistence, and perspective. They break down complex challenges into actionable steps, transforming doubt into progress. Impossible tasks become milestones through careful planning, relentless focus, and the courage to persist when the majority would quit. Every success reshapes the limits of possibility. Motivation. Redefine what's possible. Your actions can turn barriers into stepping stones. Success isn't just what you achieve, it's how it's perceived. Controlling your narrative ensures your efforts are recognized, your impact amplified, and your story remembered. Silence, timing, and clarity are tools as powerful as skill itself. Those who manage perception strategically create influence that outlasts immediate results. They don't rely on luck. They craft the context that highlights their achievements. Motivation. Shape your story. Influence perception through deliberate actions, results, and consistent excellence. Noise can create attention, but consistent performance earns respect. Excellence speaks louder than any announcement. Outperforming others consistently, without seeking validation, establishes credibility that commands attention naturally. True leaders understand that sustainable influence comes from results, not visibility. The impact of silent, relentless effort outlasts the temporary hype of loud claims. Motivation. Focus on outperforming quietly. Let achievements generate influence, while distractions fade into irrelevance. Momentum is contagious. Those who move with purpose, clarity, and consistency inspire others to follow. Energy multiplies when direction is clear and action is decisive, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate influence. Momentum isn't accidental. It's built through discipline, foresight, and continuous progress. The stronger the momentum, the harder it is to stop. Motivation. Generate unstoppable momentum. Act consistently, inspire others, and turn movement into legacy. Every decision, small or large, has the potential to create opportunity. Those who succeed maximize the value of each choice, aligning actions with strategy and outcomes. Indecision wastes time, effort, and energy. Strategic decisions multiply impact. Decision-making requires courage, clarity, and responsibility. The most effective leaders don't fear making choices. They fear missing opportunities to act. Motivation. Act decisively. Transform decisions into stepping stones for success, not sources of regret. Leadership is contagious when demonstrated through action. Words motivate, but actions